Hey
Cool.
everybody, today we've got a bit of a different update. We've just got George because we had an internal meeting and we didn't want to just repeat everything and waste everyone's time. Just rather get them coding. So I'm here joined with George. So George, how you
Hello.
going, man?
All good. Yeah, all good. How about yourself?
Good, good. Yeah, pretty happy for some massive solutions and things that are happening down the pipeline. I'm really excited about the V4 pools, the smart vaults, sorry. It's super exciting. So I don't know. I'll just, I can't stop thinking about it. But yeah, I'll have to let the community know what it's all about pretty soon as all the little wrinkles have been ironed out.
Yeah, yeah. That's one of the main focuses right now is the V4 smart vaults and how they will look. And in the meantime, as you may have noticed, our sort of new collateral type additions and new use cases as well for EuroS and TST. So we haven't had much of an update for the last few weeks, but you've seen GMX now as a token, as a collateral type. And then last week with Links Finance, um, we have a use case for EuroS and TST, another use case there, where you can leverage trading with those two tokens. And then we have Radiant Capital RDNT this week in terms of a new collateral type that will be released very soon. We have a Twitter Spaces on Thursday on their channel, and on Wednesday we should be announcing um, the launch of that token. And yeah, more in the pipeline. There is the potential for sushi token, Frax, potentially Pancake, and others. These are all based on volumes on Arbitrum and also based on um, uh, availability regarding the Chainlink feeds. So yeah, that's sort of the update. All focus is on Radiant this week, and the comms should be out pretty soon.
Yeah, yeah, awesome, George. Just for those that don't know, with Links Finance, I had a couple of people saying, "Oh man, I'm so dumb. I'm a whale in EuroS at the moment, and I should in a bull market I should be holding Bitcoin." And I'm like, well, now if you're holding EuroS, you can go and you can. I mean, if you're crazy, you can go 100x long using EuroS with on Ethereum, Bitcoin, and BNB, I think. So you can actually be holding, be exposed to the Bitcoin price using your EuroS, um, using the links.finance, which is a perpetuals exchange. So you can do that also with TST, by the way, folks. So that's pretty exciting. But yeah, that's it. It's a great interface. It's a great use case. We had a fantastic Twitter Spaces where we talked about all of that. I'd love to actually get some of these Twitter things and make some YouTube clips and shorts out of them because I feel like a heap of people miss out on some of the Twitter Spaces stuff.
Yeah, they get lost in the, and then they get lost after, then they really.
Yeah, they just sort of
So
flow
yeah,
into the feed of of infinite content that's being pumped out by a trillion people. So yeah, it's interesting that like I find that YouTube gets viewed after the fact, whereas Twitter Spaces not so much. Uh,
it's easier. It's potentially easier to find, maybe,
yeah,
or it might
I,
just be how the algorithm works.
the only way I find Twitter Spaces stuff is when it's actually happening, and I see a little thing saying, "Oh, so and so is in this Twitter space at the moment." That's the only time I see it. So yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, yeah, so the other thing we're doing is writing full due diligence research on most tokens. So this is exciting as well because I think there's always someone searching for different tokens. So we're going to have a page on every major token, specifically especially the ones that we accept as collateral types at the standard.io. So there'll be that, but there'll also be other ones that might be coming down the pipe line, or not at all, just people searching for that, and then they can read about it, see also what we do. So I think it's a good little SEO for the standard. Um, yeah, there was some front end stuff from Zach. He's worked, I think, last week or the week before. It might have already been in an update, but if you missed it, you can now, within the interface, within the Smart Vault interface, you can actually send your Smart Vault NFT to another address really easily just by clicking the send. So what that means is that if you want to sell your Smart Vault to somebody else, you can do that pretty easily. Or if your private key, you feel like, oh, someone might have seen my seed, or I've just, my MetaMask, I don't know, I just want to change, my Smart Vault to a different MetaMask. You can send that Smart Vault off to a different address without paying off the debt and taking out the collateral and moving the collateral to a new vault and everything like that. You can simply just uh, send the Smart Vault all at once, all the debt and collateral in one transaction, which is pretty cool. And you can also clean up your interface now by deleting the Smart Vault. And in our interface, it won't let you do that unless you've removed all the collateral. But yeah, you can basically send that NFT to a burner address, and that smart vault will be burnt forever. So the thing is with blockchains is that things are always there. So the only way for us to delete that is to send the smart vault to a burner address. So that's how that works. But yeah, I'm really excited about the coming weeks. Ewan is working on a new version of the liquidation vaults, doing a lot of R&D last week on that. Um, we're finding that there's some efficiency gains that we can definitely make, and also re-engineering the way that the all the fees that get collected are distributed. Like right now, the fees are distributed by the people, similar to liquidations where people buy it at 10% under market value. But the feedback that we're getting is that people just want to get that dropped onto them, and they don't quite understand how it works. Because when we state that you stake EUROS, people think that they just stake the EUROS, and rather, right now, you're actually buying these assets at 10% under, which is still a great deal. Um, and it spreads it more evenly. It's just most people in DeFi are just used to staking something and receiving. So we want to be closer to the user experience that people understand. So yeah, that's being done right now. And yeah, so really excited about Radiant Finance, and GMX is up there. So if you have some GMX token and you want to borrow against it, go for it. It's all in the smart vaults there. All right, George, thanks for joining us. Anything else from you?
We have a couple more sort of alignments this week. Um, so we have a call with, they reached out to us, Botanics Labs. They're an EVM L2 on Bitcoin, which is interesting. They reached out to us, so just an alignment call, see what they're doing. If anyone out there knows of them in our user base, let us know. They seem to be growing quite quickly. We are also on another Twitter Spaces on Friday with Consuro Dex. They're also part of the Chainlink Build program. They invited us on to join them, so catch out the communication on that on socials this week as well. Yeah, that's it from me.
Yeah, cool. Look forward to that. So, by the way, guys, head over to our Twitter Spaces. sorry, to our x.com and subscribe, because we are meeting with some of the big players in the space where we're talking really high level opportunities and really strong alpha info. So yeah, it's definitely well. I've had a few people reach out and say, "Hey man, that was such a good tip. Um, I made a good gain from just listening to you guys talking with some of these newer protocols." So we really appreciate that sort of feedback. But also, if you guys out there in the community are designers or people that you guys have built communities before where you get get um, get some action happening. You guys got some tricks. We definitely would um, appreciate if you come along and help out the community. Give us any advice that you guys might have. We're always looking for talented people to come and help the protocol as we grow, especially once we release these version 4 ones. I think we're going to absolutely smash it out of the park with these. No one else is doing what we're doing. It's a little bit of a hype there for you, but it's going to blow the whole industry out of the water, I think, George.
Yeah, yeah. From the conversations we've been having with the relevant parties, yeah, it seems like it has that kind of potential for sure.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Well, thanks everybody for joining again this week, and we'll see you normally every Monday. We do these, and yeah, we'll post the next ones coming right up. Until next week, have a good one, and see you in cyberspace.
See you guys.